All right, let's just jump right in. For what feels like forever, the big promise of AI has been all about one thing, right? Saving us time. But what if I told you? That's already yesterday's news. We've got some incredible new data, fresh from the most advanced AI users out there, and it shows a huge shift in how AI is actually creating value at work. So this isn't about where AI is. It's about where it's headed, and fast. So let me start with a quick question for you. For the last year or so, when you thought about the biggest, #1 benefit of using AI at work, what's the first thing that popped into your head? For almost everybody, it was this: time savings. I mean, it was the easy answer, the low-hanging fruit of this whole AI revolution. Didn't matter what industry you were in, the goal was simple: do the same stuff, just way faster. But it turns out, for the people who are really on the front lines of this, that whole story is changing, and it's changing quickly. And that brings us to our first really big idea here. The whole notion that saving time is the ultimate prize you get from AI, well, it's kind of becoming a myth. The newest data shows that the most experienced users, they found something way more valuable.
Yeah, you heard that right. This is the headline finding from the January AI Usage Pulse report. And you got to understand who we're talking about here. These aren't casual users. These are the pioneers, the vanguard. I mean, 97% of them use AI every single day. So what they're up to today, well, that's a pretty good preview of what the rest of us will be doing in, say, 6 to 12 months. And for them, the whole era of just chasing time savings, it's over.
So you're probably asking the big question. If it's not about saving time anymore, then what is it about? This is where things get really interesting. We're seeing this massive pivot in what AI is valued for, is shifting from just working faster to working better, and honestly, even working in ways that were never possible before.
And this chart, wow, it just lays it all out perfectly. Check this out. Increased output is now the top dog at 38%. But the really fascinating part for me is number 2, new capabilities, coming in at 22%. And look where time savings is. It's dropped all the way to 3rd place. People aren't just trying to get tasks off their plate anymore. They're literally expanding the boundaries of what they can do.
And it gets even more stark when you look at the real power users. I'm talking about people who spend more than 10 hours a week working with these tools. For them, only 10%, just 1 in 10, still think time savings is the main benefit. They've moved on to something much bigger. So what are these new capabilities everyone's so excited about? Well, let's talk about one of the coolest and most powerful new capabilities that's popping up: the ability for just about anyone to write software. And no, that's not an exaggeration. This is a total revolution in who gets to be a creator, and it's got a great name: vibe coding. Vibe coding is pretty much what it sounds like. You just describe the vibe of what you want. You explain it in plain English, and the AI acts as your translator, turning your ideas into actual, functional code. You could build a website, a custom dashboard for your team, even a little web app, all without ever taking a single programming class. Okay, now this is what's really mind-blowing. Look at who's actually doing the coding now. Nearly half, we're talking 49.5% of people using AI to write code, work outside of engineering and IT. Let that sink in. We're talking about people in marketing, in sales, in operations, suddenly building their own custom tools to solve their own unique problems. It's incredible.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. I mean, listen to this quote from the report. Someone said, "Claude Code transformed me from a non-coder to developer within a week. I've now created websites, dashboards, and web apps." This is a fundamental rewriting of what a job role can be, and it's happening right now.
Now, the other massive change is in how we work with AI. We're evolving past using it like a smart little helper. We're starting to treat it like a real coworker, someone you can actually delegate entire projects to. This is what's known as crossing the agentic threshold. So let's break down that evolution. You know, most of us start out at the assisted level. The AI helps you write an email or brainstorm some ideas. Then you move to automated, where the AI can handle a repeatable task for you. But agentic, that's a whole new ballgame. That's when you give the AI a goal, and it figures out all the steps needed to get there and then actually does them. And here's the kicker. More than a third of these advanced users are already working with AI this way. We're at 37.6%. You know, just a few months ago, that number was down at 14%. This is a huge leap. We've officially hit a point where a big chunk of the workforce is delegating complex projects, not just simple little tasks.
This quote just makes it so clear. This person says, "I've created a workflow where I set up my tasks on Asana and Claude completes them for me." Think about that. They're effectively delegating tasks to a general agent. This isn't just automation. This is a manager-to-employee relationship, except the employee is an AI.
So, what does all this mean for you? For your job? For the whole future of work? Well, the implications are just massive. This isn't about a minor tweak or a small efficiency gain. This is a fundamental restructuring of what a job even looks like.
The big takeaway here is that job descriptions are basically being redrawn in real time. The skills that matter most are changing. It's less about just doing the work and more about identifying the right problems to solve and being a great delegator to your AI partner. In this new world, your value isn't just how efficient you are, it's about your ability to use AI to unlock totally new capabilities.
At the end of the day, the whole conversation has changed. It's not about doing the same old things, just a little bit faster. It's now about doing brand new things, things we just couldn't do before, and that is the new frontier.
Which really leaves us with one last big question to chew on. In a world where AI can literally give you new skills overnight, where it can turn you into a coder or a data scientist or a master strategist, what are you going to choose to become? If AI can grant you a new professional superpower, what's yours going to be?